Let's briefly talk about some transfers then, Aaron. We'll start with the name of Declan Rice, someone we've spoken about quite a few times on this podcast. Linked quite strongly to Newcastle earlier in the week. Anyhow, asked about him by reporters in the pre-match Villa press conference and didn't brush away the suggestion, just kind of said, yeah, that's the kind of elite player we'd be looking at. What do you make of the links and rumours? I mean, it would be a big statement signing.
I mean, it would be the biggest statement Newcastle could make because, it wouldn't just have to break Newcastle's club record, it would have to also break the Premier League transfer record, you'd imagine. Look, no denying his talent. He's, put in two very good performances against Newcastle alone this season. Easily, probably one of the Europe's best midfielders. The only maybe sticking point I see is that, yes, Newcastle United are going to spend big, but are they going to really blow a chunk of their budget? And when I say a chunk, I probably mean the majority of their budget this summer on a player like that when they actually probably need 5 or 6 gaps filling if they're going to be in Europe. So I don't think, any fan would be disappointed with it, but I just think it's a huge outlay for it, a summer window where you're probably going to need a lot of changes, to this squad.
Darren says paying 100 million for Rice would be madness. I feel the players are overrated. I feel there are better players out there than Rice, and for less than 100 million. Your thoughts on that one, Aaron?
I don't think he's overrated. I think again maybe like Sean Longstaff because he's British and he doesn't score loads of goals. He's maybe not viewed as good as he actually is, but there's no denying he's a fantastic midfielder. He covers so much ground. He's incredible in interceptions. He's really good at carrying the ball. He would be absolutely perfect in this team. I think the fans would love him. The only real issue, or not issue, but I think the sticking point would probably be, as I've said, the fee that West Ham would demand this summer, and the fact that Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Manchester United, if they hear that he's leaving, every single one of them is going to be in for him. So, yeah, they're going to have competition.
To paraphrase says Rice would be perfect. They should go all out. And again, it reaffirms the need to qualify really for the Champions League. If you're going to go after these big elite players, and they're going to want to play European football, so qualifying for the Champions League absolutely crucial. Again, though, it kind of reaffirms, as we've been speaking about in this episode, probably about the need for a defensive midfielder to come in as well, someone who's on the next level above Sean Longstaff. We know they've been linked to Scott McTominay, Declan Rice there. I think it's clear with the names that we'll mention in a moment, we know exactly where Newcastle are really aiming for when it comes to positions in the summer transfer window.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty much everybody said the same thing, and that is Newcastle need to unleash Bruno in a better position and further up the pitch. And it's clear that Newcastle want a really deep line defensive holder midfielder to just sit in front of the back four and let the likes of Willock and Joelinton and Bruno, sort of do their thing further up the pitch. It's priority number one for the club this summer is to find a player of that ilk. I think they'll go all out in terms of spending big on that position, given it's probably the position they need more than most. You could argue, left back and on the wing is also crucial, but they're definitely really, really hungry to try and sign a deep line midfielder straight away in the summer.